Oh, hi everyone and welcome to Winter Island Part 2, a Call of Cthulhu game by Alice with these wonderful people around the screen. Before we go around and say hello, please check out the following things. There's no such thing as social distancing in the 21st century. In fact, there's no such thing as social distancing at all, just physical distancing. You can still be social on the internet. Come and join our Discord. Hop on Twitter, send me a DM, I'll get you a game. If you find yourself, if you don't want to do any of that and you want to fill your time, we have hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of hours of content on YouTube that you can follow. I think it's something like, 6 seasons times 12 shows times 36 shows a week. That's how many hours. Lots of hours. Check out our sponsors. We are sponsored by Hero Forge with all of the magical multi-hued minis. This is part of their recent Kickstarter. You can see that is not actually painted. That is colored resin. It's amazing. Go and check them out. Also check out the Deck of Many. The Deck of Many is a reward that you can donate today. And was donated last week. In fact, this very card was donated last week. And we'll be resolving that as we go through. Also, check out Mage Hand Press. If you like D&D and you like space, you should check out their Dark Matter expansion for 5e. They've also got a sale on at the minute, 25% off all of their PDFs to support physical distancing. Tigeron, if you're having some Twitch issues, I really hope that's not me. I hope it's Twitch. All my tech has been bad today. Someone could confirm that the stream is up, that'd be great. Also, we have a brand new sponsor. Check out Dungeon Fog. Dungeon Fog for all of your map making needs. Not only can you create beautiful, comprehensive maps in their software, as you add dynamic elements, their processor thing will update the GM notes for you. So if you start with a dusty alley with like a cyberpunk feel, that's in the notes already. You add a car to it, there's a parked car on the left. It adds it into your notes for you. Go and check it out. Let's go around and say hello to everyone, starting with my wonderful wife, keeper, and fantastic storyteller extraordinaire, Alice!
Oh, hi, I'm Alice. I'm also White Rabbit Pig on Twitter. And I can talk again because my wisdom tooth has given me a little bit of a rest. I'm a photographer and also as a player and a DM for this channel and a few more that are coming in the near future, soon to be announced. I think that's all my stuff. Scratch, you want to keep going around?
Sure, check out Alice's Patreon. It's full of photography goodness.
Yeah, do that too. I'm so awful at plugging that.
Next around the screen, let's carry on clockwise around and go next to Noir Enigma. Oh, hi, Noir.
Hey, I'm Noir Enigma. You can find me on all the socials under Noir Enigma. I am a avid streaming nerd and a musician, so that means you can also find me on SoundCloud. Please listen to my music. Immediately after this, in fact, I'm gonna be on another game, Chasing Booty. We're pirates. But yeah, that's me in a nutshell. I just really want to say booty today. I'm sorry.
It's fair. That's fair. I remember, yes, I just remembered how much of a musician you are after Tuesday's game. Save Lucy. Next around, Super Dylan.
Hi, I'm Super Dylan. I'm Super Dylan everywhere except Twitch, where I'm femsplained. I am releasing a D&D 5th edition setting based on Peter Pan's Neverland. We are playtesting it tomorrow, and it is almost done with our playtest when it will be released. So come check it out tomorrow, and check me out on Twitter if you want updates about it and stuff. And that's it.
Fantastic, thank you. Could you do me a quick favor? As I've just noticed, I didn't actually check over your web captioner settings. I'll give you some texting in a second for the settings. Last but most certainly not least, Snickle Socks.
Hello, this is me. Hi, I'm Snickle Socks. At Snickle Socks everywhere because branding is apparently important. You may know me as half of the brain behind Lasers and Liches, the Retroverse, also Dire Pokemon, making a bunch of stuff about, messing with brands like Dire Hot Pockets and letting you play as the Kool-Aid Man, that kind of stuff. That's me. If you see nonsense on the internet, it's probably me. So, thanks.
Fantastic. I have a thing. I have a laser corgi. There you go. It's covered
I'm
in-
so excited.
Oh my god, that's you!
That's me.
Yeah.
That was my wallpaper for so long!
That's us. Hi. I'm also working right now on the quarantine beard, as you can see. So that's really important as well. Probably like 90% of my mental capacity going towards this.
I'm about to fangirl. All right, I'm gonna stop.
Also, was the background feedback me?
I think it was me, and I'm hoping that I updated it correctly.
I think we're all good. I think we're
Okay,
all good.
good.
I haven't heard it since. This is a very
Fantastic.
professional show, everyone. We're all very here, ready to go. We're good. Check out
Ghosts
our
in the
tweet.
machine.
Yes, everything has been broken today. Those of you who know that I normally stream on a dedicated graphics card, I ain't today. Let's see what happens. Alice, let's hand back over to you.
Oh, hi everyone. This is the second half of our Winter Island, based in Salem, Massachusetts. And I think last time we did get some moving magic spell cards from the deck of many, which will be coming into play this session. But feel free to throw more chaos in if you wish. Otherwise, we left our wonderful players in the hallway of this hotel, and Angela was just about getting the door open as Summershield was helping to. Esme and that little girl that had come down the stairs, Ben, had been dragged towards this door as this huge, almost spider-like creature, but in human form, had started to attack the party. The little girl screamed towards them that they had to get the door open and the knight would save them. So, that's where we are. What would you like to do before the door opens as this creature starts to move its limbs? You can hear it sort of cracking and clicking as it moves, as it turns its head almost a full 360 degrees to look at you.
I would like to. I'm gonna, before the door swings open, I'd like to kind of take out my flask and like flick it open, and sort of like I kind of want to prepare to like get everyone out the door and then flick it in its face as like a last ditch before we run outside.
Okay. What are the rest of you doing as Angela is unscrewing this thing? Like, I get it.
If memory serves right, that flask, you actually gave it to me and I gave it to Ben.
Did I?
Gave it back. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I was trying to get Ben to calm down.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
right. I did.
Because
So-
I did
I'm a
nothing.
coward.
I just opened the door.
Sorry.
No, it's okay.
Ben, as soon as the door is open, is going to run as fast as he can through the door, knocking over anyone and anything that gets in his way, because he's a dickhead.
I'll stand back, providing covering fire. I think, how far away is the creature?
It's sort of slowly leaning into your face as it's looking at you.
Yeah, still really close. I'm not sticking around for that. I'm backing up and I'm firing off rounds. Thank you, Vagwell Sane, for the raid. Welcome in.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm backing up. I'm just gonna be unload. Can I just unload this whole clip? Can I just do
will
that?
Say,
Can I?
I will say you can just do that. You just start firing into this creature. Summershield, what are you doing?
I feel like he's actually trying to keep the door open for everybody, like just like standing in the doorway, like Esme, come on. He's a bit of a butt, but he's also doesn't want everyone to be eaten by monsters. And as everyone's coming through, he'll just sort of like look back and be like, This is going in my review, and as he backs away.
I've just remembered that like Esme is like still in her dinner dress, but like torn down the middle. I think by this point she might have tied some belts around it to hold it in place a little bit. Yeah, with army boots on the bottom. Oh, she looks cool. I'm in love. Okay, carry on.
Yeah. Big same.
And you have this, as this creature leans in towards you, Esme, you start unloading these shots into it, and it's screeching, sort of knocking it back each time, and it seems to keep getting hit, recoiling it back and continuing its advances. Angela, you throw that door open. You see the little girl run through, probably overtaken by Ben, and Summershield holding the door as well. And as you do, you can hear that little girl, the night. And as you step out into this darkness, you hear a clank of metal, which sounds like heavy human footsteps.
Outside or inside behind me?
Outside. As you're running through. And you can see walking towards you, but I will say doesn't look focused on you, looks focused on the creature that is, as Esme is backing out with Summershield, I will say that Ben, you almost run into this thing. Angela, you spot it first.
Okay.
As the person walks past Ben, past you, and this person stands over 6 foot, huge metal helmet, metal body, metal sort of legs, a huge tankard and a flamethrower in one hand as it strides past all of you, aims, pushes both Esme and Summershield out the way, and the fire just erupts onto this creature. You hear it screech and it scream. It flail, these legs and limbs go all over the place. One of them swipes and hits this person, and you hear a heavy thud of metal as you see the chest plate bend and this person fly back out of the door you've just escaped. As this creature, like a spider, gets so hot it starts to shrivel up.
Is this metal creature inside the building?
No, they've been flung back out. They've been flung out more to the side. But you see the spider creature sort of shriveling up as it screeches, and slowly it stops moving. And you can hear the sounds, but it's more that the screeches stop. And as it does, you're left with this scene in front of you of this creature, this almost burnt husk left. And you're looking up at this hotel, which is still lightly lit, but it's dark outside, it's nighttime. You see this metal man, this knight that the little girl was referring to, flung limp like a ragdoll on the floor.
Yeah, it's limp on the floor. I'm gonna go over to it. Oh, sorry, we're getting an emergency.
Oh, no worries.
Oh.
Hey, whatever you
Sorry.
need to do, if you need to.
Sorry, No, it's an emergency call for healthcare workers, but I already did that, so we're off the hook for a second. Okay.
You okay?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. So, I want to run over to it. I want Angela to, as long as it's limp, she wants to take. It's made completely of machine, from what I can see.
It looks more like it's very much a human shape, and it looks like a human within this very heavily sort of metal iron mask body. You can see where it looks like it's been fixed on like a suit of armor.
Mm-hmm.
And it lays there limp. The little girl sort of runs after you.
Okay. I'm kind of at the little girl as I take a look over it and see if I can pull something off and see what's underneath. And I'm going to say, do you know it? Him? This?
As you're doing it, she's like, I've seen him before.
Rough guess. Good, bad, medium.
She looks back at the currently burning sort of mess that you've just left as you've all escaped, and she's just like, knights wear metal armor, so he's got to be good, right?
Oh, all right. And I'm gonna try to take off some things so I could see some sort of identifying feature about this.
Could you roll me a sanity check, please, as you take this helmet off?
I would love to do that. Where is sanity?
I was gonna say, hang on, I don't know where it is on this new character sheet. This is the thing, they've moved it all and now I don't know where it is.
I really want to see how this affects me. Let's see.
So sanity is like on the header, just under dexterity, appearance, and education.
Yeah. You got an extreme success. Okay. So on that you managed to affect.
Oh no, I'm sorry, that was me. I rolled it just to find
Oh, was that you?
Yeah.
Sorry about that.
That's me.
Oh, not so good.
And you can't use luck on sanity. So sorry.
No. Great.
So you lose 6 sanity points. And what happens is you take off this helmet. And it feels like the metal is quite hot.
Right.
Quickly, and you can pull it aside and you slide it off and sort of cast it aside. And you're looking down at your own face as you look at this, what the little girl called a knight. You look at your face, eyes wide open, not moving, looks very pale. It's just there.
Esme? Yeah, Esme?
Yeah.
You see this?
Yes.
Can you look at it? Can you just look at it and just tell me what it is?
Sure. I'll come from the back of the group for everyone. Still, I'll be reloading as I walk, if that's okay. And what do I see?
You look down and you see the face of a man you don't know.
It's
and it looks not battered, that's the wrong word. It looks like it's been through a lot. The face doesn't look old, it looks weathered more than anything else. There seems to be some red marks down the side, maybe where they've taken they've healed from something at some point. It's not really a scar, but there's definitely something there.
It's a gentleman's face, Angela. Looks a bit beaten up, maybe old before its time.
Great,
okay?
Great. Yeah, you know what? I'm just a little rattled. I'm seeing things, but that's okay. Whoever he was, he helped us in the meantime, but we should probably not stay here. Is everyone all right?
I'm okay. Is anyone else armed?
It is just kind of like hanging on the other side of the door.
No.
We still have that tricycle. You kicked it at something.
No, I just kicked it.
Just kicked
Just
it?
in general. Yeah. It was not. Ben didn't like it. And if Mr. Anderson doesn't like it, I don't like it.
Yeah. If the tricycle's nearby, I'll try to see if I could pick it apart into some spare pipes.
I think it's still. You want to go back inside with that thing?
No, that doesn't seem to be a good idea at all.
And I'm just gonna look at the guy on the floor and back at the thing in the house and just, oh yeah, I want a weapon.
Yeah, Miss Esme, do you have by any chance do you happen to have any other firearms?
I do,
on you
yes.
by chance.
Which of you, do any of you have training in firearms? Handguns, rifles?
You pull the trigger, then something dies, right? That seems pretty straightforward. I can. I've got money. I can. Can I buy that firearm for me?
I don't want your money. Training. Training is what I'm really interested in. Does anyone here know how to fire a gun?
Yes.
Yes.
I can
If you're not filling me with
rifles
confidence.
mostly, but I can figure it out.
It's I grew up in the rural state. Like I've shot a gun before. I'm not great, but
I grew up on the farm hunting rabbits.
I don't believe that at all, Ben. I'm sorry. I just straight up don't believe you.
Okay.
No one grows up on a farm with the name like Anderson the Fourth Esquire. I'm sorry.
I earned the Esquire.
That's true. That's true.
Okay. Angela, this is an M1903 Springfield. Bolt action. It's probably my most prized possession. Don't break it.
I will very much try not to break it. I won't break it. I promise I won't break it.
what about the flamethrower?
Someone should take the flamethrower. That, in my opinion, doesn't need much skill, although it's a high risk of death.
Of course, right. Ben's gonna try and grab it.
Just stand in front of us.
And about 10 feet away.
Maybe somebody else. Maybe
I'll
Mr.
take
Raphael, you should.
I'll take it. You just pull the trigger, right? That's
And stand in front of us, 10 feet.
yeah. Okay. All right.
You do that little squeeze of the trigger and it's like it does that little.
I can show you the basics. You need to get the pilot light lit, then pull the trigger.
Okay.
You'll be fine. You'll be fine. You'll
Yeah.
be fine. Fine.
I feel like this flamethrower looks right on Summer Shield. Like, you just look at him, you're like,
Ultimate
Yeah.
chef.
it just looks like if someone could rock a flamethrower, it's Raphael.
Was made for this.
And he feels right in it for just a little bit. Like everything is kind of terrible, but this makes him feel better.
Can I search the night to see if he might have had anything else on him that could be used for murdering?
You can search, but you can see the flamethrower. The flamethrower took up so much of his capacity, he's not carrying anything else. In fact, it looks like the armor itself is weighted. Like he walked it. He did not run.
I'm just looking at everyone's face as they look at the night just to make sure no one else sees anything weird.
Do we?
What are you staring at, Angela? He's looking at the knife.
Just I don't know, just a magic knight with a flamethrower come to save us from the magic Spider-Man. You know, I don't know. It just looking at the weird thing.
And
we should.
my door opened mysteriously earlier. Like,
Yeah.
knocked and opened. There was a thing with hands and really long fingers, and I shot it a lot.
Was that thing the thing with the really long hands and the fingers?
No.
Oh. So there's more things. Okay.
Esme, I came to your room and I knocked and your door did open. on its own, and you weren't there. And I know this is going to sound super wild, but you didn't shoot me, did you?
I'm 90% sure it wasn't you.
Good. Okay. It's great.
And for me, like 90% is more sure than 100%.
This has to be some sort of trick. There aren't this. And he points to the knight. How far is the knight from the spider creature?
Oh, he got flung out the door. He's not in the.
Okay.
He's nowhere. None of you are
Okay.
near those things.
And we're outside right now, right? Like all gathered around him.
You're outside.
The door is closed.
It's not closed. If anything, it's broken. Like it's kind of slumped in on everything.
Okay.
And it is pitch black out here. And the only light that you are getting is the constant rotation from the lighthouse in the distance. And you can feel like something's falling on you, almost like snow. Ben, you recognize
This is Ash. Yeah. So,
But before we move on, can I go check to make sure that a fire wasn't started in the hotel? And if so, maybe we could do something about that before we don't have a place to come back to.
I'm not going back in there.
I'm not going in there.
I don't want to go to the lighthouse, but apparently, like...
At the lighthouse, there might be a boat. We could escape.
There might be more spider creatures at the lighthouse, too.
Well,
They'll be
now
contained.
we have a flamethrower.
We do. I have a flamethrower.
Mm.
No, we have a flame. Fine, we have a flamethrower.
I appreciate the camaraderie.
Still, fire spreads, so I'm going to go check.
Look, if you can make sure that I stay safe here, I will pay you all $500 when we get back to the mainland.
I
Just
walk
protect me.
away.
Yeah.
I'll take hers.
All right.
I will start to head towards the lighthouse.
As Angela starts to head, can I like rush forward and like have a quiet conversation?
First of all, there's Summer Shield. Are you going back into the house to check?
Just sort of poking my head in.
Poke
I
your
don't want to
head
say I'm going into the house. No, just sort of...
Yeah, you can see that the fire that is there is more sort of slowly burning out. Nothing seems to be catching. It's literally just this big
Okay.
creature.
And there's just a big black husk then?
Yeah, there's nothing really left of it. You can see the shape because of how it is crumpled up. You know how spiders fold up? It's
Yeah.
that kind of thing.
No, yeah, when you described it, I loved every bit of it. Chris loved that. Yeah.
I'm glad you remembered it. It's eventually burnt into your memory. Otherwise, yeah, Esme, you can run up and chat.
Angela, I must confess, I hope sincerely that it's not true, but I may be one of the reasons why we're being targeted in this way.
What? Why?
I am from a secret base. I'm working on super weapons.
So, right, super weapons. You don't happen to have any of them on
No,
you?
I mean super weapons.
Oh, right. Great. You think this is
I'm not saying it is. I'm just saying it could be. And from what we're seeing, we could be victims of perhaps chemical warfare? Something affecting our minds?
Oh my God. That's great. Okay.
So are you feeling quite alright, Angela?
Wow. No, that's good news comparatively. I thought I was totally losing it. That's okay. That's good. 'Cause chemical stuff, you know, you could fix that, right? We should
Sometimes, yes, yeah.
yeah, exactly. This is all right. Good. So now, do you have do you have any good tips for how, if this is an attack by a government of some kind, how we might get them to stop or kill them?
No, not really. If it bleeds, it dies, would be my experience. I've already destroyed all my notes. If I look like I'm about to be captured, I'd sort of flick my eyes down to the rifle. Just last ditch. I don't want to have information extracted from me.
I'm not soft. I could if it needed to.
The other two, I think Raphael means well, but we should really keep an eye on Ben.
I think so too. I didn't want to say it in front of the suits, but that guy's face looked like my face. When I looked at it, it looked like my face. Is that normally a side effect of chemical warfare?
I mean, it depends. If it's inducing some kind of reaction, maybe neither of us really saw a face. Maybe instead we saw one of our fears.
Okay.
I am not an expert in mental health at all, Angela. Okay, that is pure speculation. If you want to figure out how to shoot a bullet 2,000 yards and hit your target, I'm your girl. But mental health, not so much.
All right. Let's just don't get captured by anyone.
I will do my very best.
I don't really want to shoot you. Not really. I don't. I explicitly don't want to shoot you. Damn it. Okay. Well, you know what? I feel hopeful. This is good. This is going to be okay.
If we find gas masks, let's get gas masks on. If we find boats, let's just get the heck out of here. This place is fortified. Look at those walls. They are not hotel walls. That is a fortified wall. I knew it when I came in. I saw it.
Yeah. Yeah, that is a bit odd.
I don't know the history of this area. Was there ever a military base or anything here on Salem?
Was there?
Roll a history.
I'm gonna roll a history. I'm gonna see if I know that.
Is it history?
Yeah.
Yes, it is history.
This is rough.
Ooh.
Yeah, I do not. I have no idea. You know what? I think. I don't know. Don't really pay much attention to the old stuff too often. Maybe we'll reconsider that if I survive this. So I'm not sure.
I will say if anyone else wants to make a history roll because of one well-known and also previous history, I will let everyone roll.
Okay.
Nah.
Oh!
Whoa!
Hold on, where is that?
Center column.
Center column history. Oh yeah, no, that's not happening.
No.
If it were a cult, I might have it.
So, Summer Shield, maybe research the area because you were going to come and do a report or something.
Absolutely. Yeah.
There are 2 things you know about this area, maybe even 3 on an extreme success. First of all, it's Salem. This is where the witch trials used to take place years and years ago. It also became not a base for military, but it was known for military. And how the lighthouse on Winter Island brought in supplies. And you also have that recollection. You remember back on the bus where you drove up the path and there was that hill, sort of not far from the lighthouse, but you remember the driver pointing it out, and you remember the name of it, Hangman's Hill, where traitors were executed for deserting, where witches were put to trial. It's known as not a great spot. Real history, people.
Yeah, so all the weirdness going on here almost makes a little bit of sense.
Yeah. Ben is gonna actually be kind of sticking close to Raphael, and he's gonna go. I think I know why all of this is happening. Someone is clearly targeting me.
Why you?
I have a big case coming up. If they get me to question my mental capacity, then I think they'll have an edge on me. But that's not gonna work. I'm fine.
So
this is all a trick.
They made a spider monster to.
It's not real. This is some kind of.
It looked pretty real to me. I have a real flamethrower. I'll sort of just wave it around. No, I don't think. No.
Oh God, Angela, what are they doing now?
Where's the spider? Where's the spider now?
Yeah.
I was gonna say if Angela and Esme look back, they can see Summer Shield doing this with Ben panicking. So.
I'm not shooting flames into the sky.
No, people are like, hey, I got this. How difficult can it be?
No, I don't think. I mean, I don't. Who says they're not coming after me? Huh? I mean, I'm a well-respected.
What did you do?
I wrote some really nasty reviews with. There was a pizza restaurant that it was quite infamous. Yeah, and they weren't happy. So, and that makes sense because I wrote a bad review because I found a spider on their pizza, and so I'm just saying that none of that makes any sense at all, Mr. Anderson. None of it. We're here, and we're on like which volcano is where we are.
We're on a witch volcano.
Yeah, weird stuff happens.
Volcano that erupts with witches.
Yes. Sorry. I just need a second to.
Those words left my mouth.
As we do take a hot second, thank you very much, Sage Ophelia, for donating the Deck of Many for us all.
Oh,
Yay!
thank you.
Spooky goodness. Where's my pen?
You know, we could debate this at a later time. Maybe if we just get away from it, because I guess it really doesn't matter if they're trying to make you insane or anything like that.
Right.
I do have a small proposition for you while they're talking up there.
What?
This would make a great story. And I'm quite a writer, and you say you've got a bit of money around, maybe publishing deal or something like that. If we
$2,000, you get me out of here alive.
I'm just saying, publish my book on this. We could write a story.
Yes, I know plenty of publishers. There's one I got out of a really bad blackmailing scheme. It's no problem.
You see Summer Shield just like look over. Yes.
Look, those two up there.
Mm-hmm.
I think they're up to something.
I mean,
when the time comes, remember whose side you're on.
I didn't. Okay. And now he's got to choose between betraying his friends and getting a publishing deal. Thanks.
Okay, Scrap. Do you want to draw from the Deck of Many?
Sure thing.
Sorry, Ben is awful.
I love it. I love it. Let's start with you then, Noir. Tell me when to draw.
Now, I think I got the Fool last time. What did I get this time? Talents. Okay.
Oh, yay. Hang on.
That sounds rather excited. And Diana?
Now.
The key. Snickle.
Now's good.
Ooh. The throne.
Mhm.
And Alice, if you would do me.
Stop.
The knight again! Hey, that was a pretty good
Yes.
round. It was only
Yeah.
talons that's really gonna hurt us.
So you think. Okay. So, so you are all walking, even though you're like in slightly two separate groups, with Esme and Angela up ahead and Summerfield and Anderson just behind. As I said, it's pitch black out here. You just about see where your feet are treading. You, for a moment, you've just got this light going around. And could you all make a listen check for me, please?
Am I any good at listening? Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
As soon as I find it, there it is.
I'm busy panicking at Esme.
You
Man,
could
listening for everything.
spend luck to turn that into a success if you spent 6 luck. That is an
I
option that
actually,
have.
you know what? I actually would like to do that. How do I
Luck,
spend luck?
you just reduce it from the amounts that you words today. The box that has your luck, just subtract it in
Just
there.
subtract. Okay, got it.
So both Angela and Anderson, there's a moment where you're both walking, and you can hear sounds. You're not too exactly what it is, and you both hear something different from your position. Angela, where you are up front, you think you can hear, you're not sure if it's a song or someone humming. A very soft song, almost like a lullaby. And it's fairly distant. This isn't like something very close to you, but you can hear it. You can't pinpoint exactly where, but it's definitely in front of you in this darkness.
Okay.
And Anderson, there's a moment where you hear footsteps, multiple footsteps, almost as if it's marching a group, all in time, all in sync, but you can hear multiple footsteps. They seem to be coming from behind, not necessarily towards you, but you can hear them in the vicinity behind you. And because it's so dark, you now can't see the hotel. You can't see anything around you. It's literally just this one beam of light, and you can hear the sea and feel that ash rain down.
Mr. Summershield, I'm gonna need you to prepare your flamethrower for that direction. Like he's just pointing in the direction that he heard sounds. There are footsteps, there are people coming, and I really don't. There are people coming after us. I don't know if they're coming after us, but I don't care. If you the moment if just get ready to
There's people coming after us, and he says it loud enough for the whole group to hear. What?
Maybe we should move quicker.
Yes, come on to the lighthouse.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, just move. I've got a giant flamethrower on my back, but sure, move quicker. That's fine.
just get ready to kill anything that comes from
He's just like grumbling, like.
Ben, Raphael, we suspect this could be chemical warfare. If you see anything that looks like a gas mask, grab it.
What? Chemical warfare.
Come on,
This
these
one
things don't
thinks it's
seem these things don't seem real, right? They seem strange.
Sounds like pretty real to me.
This isn't
It's
real.
magic. Like, why does everyone have? It's magic. It's magic.
There's no such thing as magic. We are children.
There's no such thing as magic. There's no such thing as spider monsters.
There is no such thing as spider monsters.
Stop arguing.
It's magic.
Angela, the singing stops as they get louder.
Shh. Everybody, stop. Please. let's move, but move really quietly and really fast. Does that sound okay?
Yes.
Yeah, it's fine.
Good.
Sure.
You, Angela, as everything goes quiet and they stop talking so loudly, you hear the song almost pick up again. And you recognize it. It's Pop Goes the Weasel, a children's song.
Okay.
And
Okay.
you can hear it being hummed, not necessarily not the words, but you recognize the tune. And you hear it somewhere up ahead.
Every time it gets to the part where it's supposed to pop, I'm going to pause and hold the gun ready. And if it continues, I'll keep going. But just, I'm stopping every time I hear that hesitation before the pop.
Why are you stopping?
What's wrong with you? Let's go.
Like you said, let's move fast. Come on, come on.
Shh. I'm not going to stop moving for long, just hesitating when I hear that. I'll keep going.
When I see Angela stop, I look around with my gun as well.
Just gonna lean over to Summer Shield. These two know something we don't know.
Yeah, clearly.
Would anyone like to make a spot hidden check?
Yes, very much so.
Yes. I don't want to.
You saw my recent meme about this, Alice. How dare you?
I did.
As soon as I find it.
Is it
wherever
another
is.
6?
Do we have any advantages or anything on here? I need to check.
Yeah, we've got everyone except for me has advantages. Everyone has automatic successes to use. Alice, you have a ton of disadvantages to use as well.
I would like to use more luck or use an automatic success or whatever.
Yeah, if you want to use an automatic success.
Yeah, I
or
really,
something.
really want to be paying so much attention to this.
Okay. So, Ben, you don't see it, mainly because you're leaning towards Summer Shield suspiciously, asking, did they know? But we don't. But the rest of you hear the singing. Angela, you seem to hear it. It's more that you pinpoint it because you heard it. And Summer Shield and Esme, as it's pointed out to you, that's when you hear it. And almost at exactly the same time as you hear it, that light from the lighthouse comes round. And as the first rotation, you see a figure walking towards you. It goes dark again, and then the light comes round, and she's closer. It goes dark again. This looks like a woman who is in... The best way to describe it is like a tea dress. It's floral, it's torn, it's burnt. She sings, and it seems to almost get louder. Could you all roll me a sanity check, please? Apart from Ben.
Well,
oh, Ben's not rolling it?
Ben didn't see it.
Thank you very much, Hawkeye, for the advantage for me. Thank you. Sanity check, right? Sanity check. I'm gonna use that advantage immediately because I'm not very sane to start with.
Hey man, how about we don't whisper that? No, I'm just kidding.
Okay.
So,
Angela, you do fail and you lose 2. Sorry. So Angela loses 2 sanity. As the rest of you see this woman walking towards you, but Angela, you sort of feel like you're looking at her eyes and they are wide. They seem to be focused on you. They're staring at you. And you just, it's like the music that she's humming gets louder and louder as she comes towards you.
I feel like she's looking right at me.
You can feel her eyes lock on you, And with each swipe of this light going round, she's closer.
Uh,
I'm gonna run in front. Like,
yes.
I'm right past her.
What's going on? What's happening?
Just like, flamethrower ready.
I'm gonna put the gun
No!
facing out. I'm going to step ahead of Esme a little bit, and I'm just gonna look back to see and confirm that everyone sees this.
It's just kind of.
And then I'm going to sort of run towards her and off, but like off to the side a little bit, like away on a diagonal, so that I'm still in her periphery, but a little bit away from the group.
Okay, so Summerfield, you're running forwards as well.
Yeah,
Angela, you're
I
slightly
tried to
running
get.
the side.
I tried to get between Angela and the group
Okay.
because it seemed something was wrong, and Angela seemed like she was kind of panicking a little bit.
Ben, you can't see what it is, but you can see the panic. People.
As soon as Summer Shield runs away from me, Ben's just gonna yell, "You're supposed to protect me!"
And Esme, what are you doing?
I'm standing gun ready. Angela moved away, right? You didn't stay in front of me.
I didn't. I kind of moved in front of you for a second and then got away.
Identify yourself. Who are you?
You sort of look towards this person. Ben, you can now see it. This person, this woman walking closer and closer. It's almost like you barely even see her move, as you can only see her when the lighthouse light goes across her. And she doesn't stop walking towards you.
Do I need to make a sanity check?
Not yet.
Okay.
There's a moment as I will say, Summer Shield, you're in front. And Angela, you're off to the side.
Yeah.
She is literally on the last light round. She's about 3 feet from you.
From me?
From both of you. You're just at different angles.
Okay.
I'm gonna freeze up.
Answer her question.
That light goes off and goes round. She's not there anymore.
I'm
You can
turning frantically.
hear.
Yeah.
And Angela, as you turn, you hear a behind your shoulder, almost like you did in the hotel before, that breath on the back of your neck. And Summer Shield, as you've spun round with that flamethrower, the light of this lighthouse comes round, and a face inches from yours appears briefly in the dark.
I hear it behind me or in front of me.
You hear it behind you. But Summer Shield, there are two eyes staring back at you in this darkness. As for a moment, you all hear, sort of as if it's right by your ear, Summer Shield, your pilot light goes out.
Can I just run away from the group towards the lighthouse?
Roll me. Hang on. Is there a bear with? I need you to roll me a navigate.
Okay. He's just running into a tree.
You start running, and I will say that the rest of you see Ben take off. He almost disappears into the darkness straight away. And then the only time you see him, as he almost weaves towards the lighthouse, as he's running, the light going round and round. But you watch him at that distance as he goes. There's something crawling along the floor after him that he hasn't seen.
Ben, wait! Can I fire a shot at the thing crawling? No, I'm not going to. I'll freak him out.
I love how much character is in this that you don't want to freak Ben out.
I want to turn towards where I hear the breathing, and I want to kind of shoulder the gun and reach my other hand out. Because I felt a hand the last time that I heard that. I felt a physical something.
You reach out into this darkness very slowly, and it's almost your arm fully outstretches. And for a moment, there's that grasping of nothing, but then your hand rests on cold, clammy. It seems to be a nose, a cheek, a face, and you feel, you can't see it, as if a face leans into your palm and covers your hand, almost in a bizarre sort of affectionate way as you do it. And you hear a voice, and it's weird because you have the contact in front of you, but the voice you always hear from behind.
Mm-hmm.
You hear that almost whimsical voice that, have you come here to watch? It's a very sad time. And the face seems to just disappear.
I say no. I say no as quickly as I can. No, I no. Okay. I'm gonna keep the gun shouldered for a second, and I walk a little bit closer to see if I could see the rest of the group. I saw Ben run away.
You saw Ben run away. You can definitely see Esme. Summer Shield, I would say you'd be able to hear moving because of the clank of the flamethrower. Right. But Summer Shield, you were faced with this. Face.
Yeah, he just says no, and like tries to push like whatever is in front of him, just like with the handle of the flamethrower, just no. And then he starts screaming out, "Hail Mary, full of grace, the Lord is with thee." Just starts doing that on repeat.
As you do this, you're sort of pushing away, and you do feel like you hit something.
Mm-hmm.
But then two hands seem to come over your shoulders as if behind. And it's almost like someone just rests their head on your shoulder, almost like giving you a hug. And
I run.
Yeah. Okay. Then Esme and Angela, you've grouped up. You've just watched Ben bolt, and I think you can hear Summer Shield more than see Summer Shield, but Summer Shield does run.
I'm still reciting the prayer just as I'm running.
Esme, I don't want to disappoint you or make you worried in any way other than what you already are. But I don't think that this is military.
No.
We should go, and if you hear any whispers in the dark, see if they'll answer you. They might answer you.
I haven't heard any whispers yet.
Okay.
Ben just ran off. Raphael, you're still close by, right?
Ran off too.
No, I bolted. Man, I'm out.
They split the party on their own.
Like I am holding a flamethrower. I am a large man. I am not moving. I like an Olympic athlete, but I'm moving as fast as I possibly can.
The men are so brave.
Here, slosh, clank, clank.
Angela, the gentleman seems to have left us.
I don't feel less safe.
But also, if they are running to the lighthouse, what do you think are the chances of them waiting for us if there was, say, only one boat?
No, we need to run.
Yes, run.
You're very, very wise.
And you two can start running as well. Ben, you're running through the dark.
Yeah, we don't have to do this, Alice.
Because you rolled a card, Ben. You rolled a card, Ben.
Okay, let's go.
You're running, and the ground beneath you feels a mixture of just dirt and cobble. There seems to be some loose bricks and things running around. That lighthouse is in your line of sight. You can see it. And there's this moment where you feel yourself trip and you fall.
Oh, no.
But there was nothing to trip on. You were on a line. And as you sort of look back to where your feet are, as the light passes over, again, these talons, these huge fingers come out of the ground, longer than human fingers.
What?
With these talons on the end of them, these long yellow nails as they start to curve themselves around your feet. And there's something beneath the ground trying to claw itself up, and you're not sure if it's trying to drag you under.
Somebody help me!
To climb up. And Summer Shield, I'll say you can definitely hear Ben. But Ben, I need a sanity check from you as these claws start coming up.
Yep.
You.
Okay, that's awesome. I can do that.
Hard success.
What is
you
this?
Managed to not necessarily keep it together, but there's a moment you see you can feel these claws. It's like the talons of a bird are starting to grip around your ankles, and it's not just the nails digging in. It's strange. It's like it's getting tighter and tighter and tighter, almost like a vine, not letting you go.
Some kind of mechanism
grips you. And Summer Shield, you can hear this, and I will say you're getting to the point where you can just about see Ben as the light comes round.
Help me get this machine off of me!
Yeah, I'm just gonna run up and try and blast it with a flamethrower. Chris knows that the pilot is dead. Raphael does not.
Really good.
Sorry, I love it.
You know what a flamethrower does?
I love Scrat's face right now.
You sort of hear that click. You hear that click. Nothing happens. Nothing happens at all. And you can see, Ben, that to you, it's like the earth is opening up around your feet, and this thing starts to drag you beneath the dirt. And as you do, you're scrabbling about, and you are just grabbing clumps of ash and dirt and brick.
Yeah, I'm just going full drag me to hell right now. No!
Yeah. And Summer Shield, you can see Ben, what looks like, you can't see hands,
Yeah.
but something is pulling.
Okay, yeah, so he's gonna grab onto Ben's hands and try to pull him back.
Could you roll a strength check for me, please?
Oh, Ben, I'm sorry.
Don't make that sound. Don't make that sound, please. Make a confident sound instead.
Yeah, no. I'm gonna use. I have an automatic success, right?
You do.
This is an important enough moment to use that. I feel like.
I know the head publisher of Bigwin. Just get me out of here.
And that's all he needs. He finds the extra reserve.
You put your each of your arms underneath Ben's arms, and you start to pull, and it takes a lot. And at that moment, as you feel Ben released, something blinks back at you in the darkness where Ben almost disappeared too. And you see, just for a moment, as that lighthouse light goes round, this tentacle flick up and disappear beneath the earth.
I told you, mole witches. Like, let's know.
Witch volcanoes, mole witches. Like,
Yeah, the story's going to be called like Raphael and the Island of Witches.
It'll sell. I'm gonna call the editor as soon as I get home. Just get me out of here.
I will say at this point, Esme and Angela, you can catch up, and you kind of see Summerfield pulling Anderson off of the ground.
I think they're trying to leave without us.
I am going to hesitate, but then I will go over and grab another limb and try very, very hard to pull.
Okay. I will say that with both of you can pull, Esme, you arrive as Angela and Summershield are getting Ben to his feet, and Ben looks like probably pretty dusty right now, dirty and dusty, as the lights come around.
I lost my hat.
You lost your hat.
Yeah, I'll keep covering. Everything all right, chaps?
The mole witches.
Thank you.
And just sort of point at the ground, like. Also, can you light this? Actually, lighthouse first, then light this.
Lighthouse first.
Lighthouse. Thank you very much, Angela and Raphael. I'll see you both compensated.
Oh my
well,
God!
there we
Let's
go.
get to the lighthouse. I don't want
I'll
your
take
money.
hers. I'll take
Okay.
Hopefully there'll be a lighter inside, I say, making my way towards. Don't any of you smoke?
I
You
could.
military, you don't have a.
Have a what?
I don't know, like a magic bag of things, military things.
I don't carry my
afraid-
own lighters. Usually I have someone for that.
We stopped using flintlock rifles a long time ago, Raphael, I'm afraid to say.
My bad for not keeping up with the military scientific advancements. Jeez.
How far do we seem from the lighthouse?
As you look over towards the lighthouse, that light casts past again, and you can see the beginnings of a small village just by the rocks. It looks tiny. In fact, you probably couldn't even call it a village. There looks to be 6 or 7 houses here. What looks like maybe the equivalent of a town hall, but it's just a slightly larger building. You can hear the sea crashing against the rocks now. That light, as it sort of curves around, it almost like creaks as it does, as it goes. And you realize in the dark now you're at the foot of this village, and it lays in ruin. There is shattered building, shattered glass. There is what are really these small fires sort of lighting around some of the dots of the wall, because it is encased in a wall. Even though there's no point to it having a wall anymore, so much of it's been destroyed, you can't really see any real entrance. But that wind is howling, almost echoing through this, what was once a village on Winter Island. And it lays very, very still.
It looks recently ruined, or like it looks like decayed.
It looks like it was ruined, as in like but it does look left. It doesn't look brand new. It looks left.
Okay. I'm not going in there if anybody is thinking about going in there.
I mean, there's no gift shop, right?
I don't believe so.
Good, then yeah, there's no reason to go in there.
Okay, just checking. Just checking.
I mean, Esme doesn't have a lighter. Maybe there's a lighter in there.
I have a feeling that there's not anything alive left in there.
Yeah. The witches.
I'm starting to come around on witches.
Mm-hmm. I mean, this is Salem. You all know that, right? Like, this is where I'll...
Salem.
I'm not just being silly with the witch thing.
No.
I don't get it. What?
This is Salem, where they held the witch trials. I'll point over there is Hangman Hill. Like, they killed tons of witches here. This place was full of black magic. Did none of you read a history book? What is...
I was too busy reading law books.
Raph, where is Hangman's?
I'll just sort of gesture with the gun over in the direction.
The voice asked me if I came to watch. Did people watch?
I'm sorry, the voice?
Yeah. There's like a woman.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, that checks. That
Do you
checks.
feel comfortable with the person hearing voices having a gun?
I don't feel comfortable with you having a gun, Mr. Anderson.
I'm the only one here that does have a means of protecting himself.
You sue them for all we care.
Money.
Yeah.
Clearly, it's not
Money's a
working
good
out
enough
for me right now.
Okay, so the voices, right? Okay, sure. Let's go with that. What did the voices tell you?
She asked me if I was here to watch. Said it was very sad.
Mm-hmm.
I
vote
mean,
no Hangman Hill.
no Hangman Hill.
Mhm,
Okay,
yeah.
just an idea.
Also, probably stay away from theaters. Just in case.
Okay,
We don't know what the ghost witch meant.
Did they sound like they wanted us to watch? And does that matter?
She sounded sad. So I don't know. She seemed lonely, but maybe I'm projecting. And we could just stay the course and check the lighthouse.
Yeah, I agree.
Okay.
Well, go on, lead. Like he's talking to you guys.
I don't have my flamethrower. You two have the guns.
I'll go
point.
ahead.
No,
Yeah.
you have the long-range rifle. I'll take point.
Okay, I'll stay in the rear.
Okay.
Military nonsense.
Which way are you going? Because you can either go through the village to get to the lighthouse, or you climb the rocks.
I am not climbing rocks.
Going through
There
the
are
village.
paths on each.
Going through the village may take us closer to where this witch trial thing was going on.
Well, I didn't do anything to the witches. Why would they want to hurt me?
You're a part of our legal system.
Yeah, Summer Shield actually does out loud chuckle. Good one.
I vote rocks.
I vote rocks.
You two have the guns, so I'll just do what you want.
Can't make that climb. He points to his cane.
There's a path. You'll be okay. And we'll help you if we need to. Would probably help you anyway, but if we need to, we'll help you too.
Okay. Fine.
Okay. So you head to the rocks. And I think that's the perfect time to take a break. And we'll be back in a minute.
Okay, everyone, we're going to take 5 minutes to stretch our legs, grab drinks, and take bios, and we encourage you to do the same. If you are spending more time at home than normal at the moment, perhaps sitting at your computer for long periods of time, say since the beginning of this show, now would be a great time to stretch your legs. We will see you in 5 minutes. Bye. Welcome back, everyone. I hope you had a fantastic break. We certainly did. I now have cake. Alice, I'll hand back over to you.
Oh, hi. We were just starting to make it. No biting. We were just starting to make our way towards the rocks. And you sort of, you have to stick to the right side of the village, but there is a wall. So you're sort of heading along there. And you can hear that sea splashing up. And it's almost, you can see where the cliffs are, this cliff face, and the rocks that sort of make it on the way down. You can see where were maybe steps once. There's some there, there's some not there, like it's been worn away by the sea. And you can see at the bottom of this cliff is the path of rocks, at these stones that look easy to head over towards the lighthouse, as there's a path down the center of these rocks. But it's the cliff that is the frontenmost bit. And that light now, because you're so much closer, it has illuminated a lot more of the area.
Well, Esme?
Yes, I'll lead.
Okay.
And I'll follow
Esme-
right behind.
Esme, could you roll a climb check for me, please? As you start to descend the cliff.
Oops. I just told Ben he wouldn't have to climb. Looking
Ben
at
is
this.
glaring.
I think we're gonna have to help him.
Yeah, before I start climbing down, can I just assess? Do I think a regular person walking with a cane would be able to descend this? And then, do I think Ben specifically would be able to descend this?
Ben will need help. Ben will always need someone with him to help him if he's got a cane. It's slippery. You've got the waves splashing up as well. It looks treacherous. It doesn't look like not doable, but Ben will need help.
Maybe it's more. I don't want to say this. Maybe it's more risky to move slowly up this cliff than to move, through that town.
I didn't anticipate the cliff looking like this.
I didn't either.
It's a cliff.
Cliff doesn't have a gift shop either, so what's no loss either way. Let's go. I don't care.
I will say this is a doable situation, but it's up to you because Ben will probably need some help on the way down if he has got.
And Raph just sort of like looks at his flamethrower backpack.
Alice, can I try and do something a little out? No.
Do it. What is
No.
it?
I was gonna say, could I perhaps look around at the equipment that we have, and using my
Your wily ways.
incredible skill with ballistics, fashion something to fire Ben up the cliff? But actually, on second thought,
Absolutely not.
on second
Yeah,
thoughts, I didn't
no.
think it was such a good idea. I wasn't gonna say. It was only because you pressed.
Sorry. But yeah, which way would you like to go?
Let's go back and go through the village. It's the only sensible option.
Yep.
Glad you all came around.
But quickly.
Quickly being operative, yes.
Yes.
Oh, so no stopping for tea and crumpets then.
I mean, perhaps tea, but definitely no crumpets. She smiles.
You know
and opens
what?
to run.
I like you,
I'll
Esme.
owe you on the tea, okay?
I'm gonna hold you to that.
I'm gonna leave it.
Okay, let's go. Let's go.
Okay.
Okay. You all head back to the opening, or you could guess was maybe at one point the entrance of this village. Are you making your way through cautiously, or are you just straight line?
Oh,
going?
I'm gonna be as quick as I can while being very quiet. I'm gonna kind of lightfoot it.
Okay. if you're all going to try Lightfoot, could you all roll me a stealth, please?
I mean, if you wanted me to fail, you could have just asked. Oh, actually, I succeeded. Wait, did I? No, I didn't. I failed. I failed real hard. Oh no, I succeeded. Hey.
No, Summer Shield. Like literally, the guy with like. Who
Yeah,
couldn't
no,
get
it
down
makes
a
sense.
cliff. Okay, so Ben, you start to.
I'm a sneaky
Oh,
boy.
critical failure. Okay, hang on.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's the first time I've seen a critical failure in this new Roll20 overlay. I love that it puts critical
It's a critical failure.
Double big red.
Yep.
You're sort of making your way through this village, and it's dead quiet. It's completely silent. Ben, you're all trying to stick to the shadows. You're all maybe pressed up against one of the walls, at least trying to stay in the shadow where the light comes around. You can see all of the ash that is gathered on the top of the roofs, and this is literally like a ghost town. There's nothing here. There's bricks and rubble sort of strewn across the pathway, upturned barrels. There's these houses that are mere shells of what they were. And Ben, you move silently as you very nervously maybe press yourself up against a wall or something, whatever you think Ben would do. And what does this look like as Ben sneaking?
Him being sneaky is more just like he is letting everybody else make too much noise, and like as soon as like they stumble or something, he moves even faster. Like better them than me. Like just a real snaky way of being stealthy.
And you start to move through the shadows. Angela and Esme, you move. As you move, you're not sure if you've just trodden on something and broken it, like glass, or something else has. In Summer Shield, there is a crack on the back of your head and you are out.
Oh. Okay.
Oh.
Do any of us see this?
Would I see that as I'm kind of in?
I will say, Ben, you can roll a spot hidden check. Esme and Angela, you can roll a spot hidden check twice, so with advantage, free advantage, to see if you can see where. Ben is still going.
Makes sense.
You gotta do what you gotta do.
That's my 6th failure today. All right.
Call the Cthulhu.
Yep. Okay.
Did everyone fail?
No,
Yeah.
Esme hasn't rolled yet.
Okay. Can you do? Yeah.
No.
And another.
I can roll 44s all day.
Okay, then Angela and Esme, as you sort of turn when you hear that glass break, Summer Shield isn't there.
Oh.
And Ben is still moving forwards. Casually. You're fine.
I went to the gift shop.
Okay.
Give me a magnet.
I didn't think he'd actually stop for tea.
What do we do? What do we?
Call for help once we get back to the mainland.
Ice cold.
We
There
can't leave him behind.
No.
That's like a thing.
I've heard of it. There are buildings here. Maybe he saw something and
Maybe he found a shorter way to the lighthouse, and we should all meet him there.
ducked in.
I love it, just ignoring Ben.
Let's
Maybe.
not split up. Take one building at a time.
Yes. Good.
No, this does not sound good. This sounds like going into places where there may be witches.
I'm not terribly scared of the witches.
Right. He turns to Esme. This does not sound good. This sounds like going to places where there may be witches.
I know, I can see why you're upset.
Look,
I'm going to go
Raphael.
into the nearest building.
Raphael's a dear friend of mine, Esme, and he would want us to press on without him.
Of course. Well, we're not leaving him behind.
2,000.
I really, I don't need or want
$3,000.
your money, to be honest.
Oh my god.
Ben, you have the choice. Go with them or stay out here on your own.
Oh, Alex, why do you always say terrible things to me? I'm gonna go follow behind the people with guns.
Okay. You check through, you head into the first house, and you kind of walk through a front door which was there before. There's a couple of rooms in here. You can see what looks like an upturned dining table, broken. There's glass shattered where windows once were. You look and see that there was a hearth here once. And could the three of you roll me a spot hidden check, please?
Do you know what? I'm gonna use one of my automatic successes because I.
No! No, I don't like that.
Okay.
My time is here. Okay.
So, first of all,
Wait a second. Can I use one of my 20s?
No, one of us.
I mean, I believe you can, right, Alice?
if you want to use one.
I feel like, yeah, if Ben were a real person, he'd say use it now. So I'm gonna say you're gonna use that
Okay.
right now.
So you all see, and I will say, first of all, you can definitely determine that Summer Shield is not in this house.
At least not here.
But he's not in this house, but there's something odd about this. There's a moment where you feel like you can smell fire, that burning of wood, but there's no flame here. And Angela, with an extreme success, where this hearth is, when the fire's been in the hearth and it's blackened like the back of the brick, you can see what looks like where someone has drawn something. Whether it was with like a chalk or like literally, you're not too sure because of how dark and sooty this is. Someone may have done it with their finger. This very, almost childlike, it's so simple, sketch of what looks like a lighthouse with a sun just above it. And a path sort of lead, almost like weaving towards it. And 4 people stand at the front door.
We have to go to the lighthouse. I think we have to go now, but
I'm on board.
I wanted... Esme, I want to try something, but look at this. And I'm going to come over to the drawing. Is there anything on the ground, like a stick, a twig?
Oh yeah, you can. There's even bits of like broken table and chair legs and things. There's lots of bits.
And I've gotten this sense that things are all happening very simultaneously in a strange way, and I want to write on the wall, kind of adjacent to this picture. I say, we'll be there, help. And I'm gonna walk away.
While this is going down, can I look for anything that looks like a weapon?
Yeah, I'd say, I mean, there's lots of bits of like heavy bits of wood around. There's like you can make some fairly decent clubs out of half of these things. There doesn't seem to be any like metal, like looks like this place has been scavenged before, so there's not anything
Gotcha.
of real worth here.
Yeah, he's not taking a club. It's not refined.
Is anyone else looking around for anything?
Does the fire still have like its grate and back shield?
The back shield isn't there because that's where the hearth is. The grate looks pretty, almost like it's melted. It's there, it's solid, but it is melted almost to the floor.
Does it look like I could use that in any way? Like, to maybe...
Maybe
that looks like
not.
a no
I don't
face,
think it's, yeah. Ben, I will say, as you're sort of looking around though, and you know, move bits and bobs, you see something carved into the table, the base of it, and it's like it gives you a bit of a, I guess, a shiver down your spine as you see, on our way, help carved into the bottom of this table.
I don't like that. And Ben's actually gonna say that out loud, just looking at the table. I don't like that.
What don't you like?
This carving. On our way, help.
What?
There's a carving on the table. On our way, help.
On the table?
That's exactly what I just said. We should go to the lighthouse. That's what you said before, and I agree with it. Let's go.
I feel so close. We can't.
Raphael will be fine.
I saved you.
It's $2,000 he doesn't have to pay. Raphael will be fine.
This.
Go on.
This is what I just wrote.
Happy coincidence. That's.
You will roll a sanity check for me, please.
Me?
Who?
All of you.
Oh.
Not Summerfield, you're okay. Kind
Yeah,
of.
I'm fine. Yeah,
Yeah, he's
totally
like-
okay.
And there it is.
Okay. Roll for that. Lose 6 sanity, please. As you read the words on the hearth, you read them on the table, and as you do, you start seeing what's left of like this wallpaper on the walls start to peel back, and Angela's words are written thousands of times. We're on our way. Help the lighthouse. And it just takes it up as if someone had scribbled all over a notebook. Angela and Ben, you don't see this, but you can see Esme probably noticing it.
Esme. What is it?
Your words are everywhere.
Not sure I feel comfortable with you both having guns.
See it or you hear it?
Yeah.
Okay, do you want to get out of here?
Yeah, let's get out of here.
Okay, come on.
All right, let's go to the lighthouse.
So, you leave the house. And as you do, we're gonna hop over to Summershield.
Good luck, buddy.
Yeah, nah, it's cool. I got this. The narrator says he didn't have this.
And Summershield, you come round and you feel quite hazy. You feel like you've got a headache. starting to build. Very much because you can definitely feel that sort of where you got knocked on the back of the head.
Mm-hmm.
And your card was the throne. You, very bleary-eyed, you can see firelight. And your vision sort of tilts from side to side where it's so hazy. And you look down at your hands as they are strapped to a chair. Your feet strapped to a chair. And all around you are these hooded figures holding flame torches. And you are above the village pond. This is a witch's ducking stool.
Hey, so no, I know. Hi, no, no, no. Hello? Can anyone, like, I'm just trying to get a hold of any one of them. Hello, hey, I'm up here. I think this is a mistake. Yeah. You seem to have accidentally tied me to a chair?
You're currently suspended above this water. And you can see they don't seem to be paying any attention to you as they each light their own torch just to light up the area, and that's when you see the water beneath you. And you can see one face look up at you through that firelight over the cowl. That woman. The one who flashed before your eyes for a brief moment. And
yeah.
you hear her say, you think she mumbles a few times to the others? You can't really see until she looks up. If you float, she sort of shakes her head. If you sink, you're saved.
Yeah, but what about what if I drown? That's not saving, right?
You're saved.
No, saved. I can, and he starts repeating Hail Mary, full of grace again, just like, no, see, I know, I know I can, don't know.
The devil can speak the God's words. It's how they lure us in. And you see us start to walk towards the rope that is suspending the throne above the pond. And they all start to hum.
Please, no, please stop. And he's just gonna keep saying that over and over. Just, no, please, no. I'm not supposed to be here. I'm not a witch. I don't know any magic. I don't know any of this. I'm just here to write about food. I'm just here to that's all I wanted to do. Please.
And you can hear almost a voice in your head now, rather than as you hear them start to chant and sing. Always so selfish. Always trying to get higher. Climb those steps. Compassion. Forgiveness. As she walks and she's slowly holding that torch towards the rope.
He's still panicking. Yeah, for forgiveness. Yeah, that's what we should do, right? That's what we do here, right? Forgiveness. Nobody's done anything wrong. Yeah, I wanted to get. I just wanted to make a name for myself. I wanted to get. I didn't have anything growing up. I didn't have anything. I just wanted something better. Why is that wrong?
She touches the flame to the rope.
No!
You see it take.
He starts like struggling, like ripping at anything that he can, just moving.
Yeah, roll me a strength check.
Oh, this is not going to be good.
Or then you can also do a sleight of, I keep saying sleight. Yeah, sleight of hand.
I'm going to do the strength one because I have a much... The sleight of hand is going to be even worse. Yes! Sorry.
How do you start to wiggle your way out of this throne?
I feel like he's just gonna throw his whole weight into it. Like I said, he's a big guy, so he's just using everything he can to just start. He's not even trying to escape at this point. I think he's just trying to cause as much damage to everything around him as he can.
Yeah, as you're
He's
shaking,
gone into full panic.
like the poly is starting to creak as well.
Yeah.
The chanting sounds a little bit more panicked, like they're trying to get it going faster and faster, and you wrench this thing apart. And you manage to pull both of your hands off of this throne, this chair, as you do. And at that point, you look up and you hear that snap as you get plunged into the pond.
Okay. And I'm in a cage, correct? Sort of.
It's not a cage.
situation?
It's literally like a chair. So
I thought it was a
literally
chair
like
in a cage.
No.
Okay.
No, this is like a literal throne.
Okay, I'm gonna just I'm gonna start swimming towards them. And
your legs are still attached to the chair.
Oh, my legs are great, fantastic. How far away from the from like the nearest thing that isn't water am I?
Not that far. It's more that you've gone deep.
Okay.
And the pond isn't that wide, so you can get to the edge, the opposite side of them, fairly quickly. It's just you need to get your feet out of this. And I will say, as you drop and you're sort of looking up and you can see those bubbles escape, that sort of rippled effect on the water. You see these hooded figures leaning down, those flames ignited as they look towards you.
Okay, he's just gonna take a breath or not take a breath. Sorry, just deal with what he's got. Reach down and try and untie. Like he'll make an attempt at untying, but if they seem to be too hard, then he's just gonna start pulling again and trying maybe to break the chair even.
Okay, roll a sleight of hand or strength check, if you prefer.
Okay, I do I still have an advantage to be used?
Yes, you do.
Okay, great. So we'll see what happens. That's nope. We're gonna roll again. Oh, goody.
Okay.
No.
So you sit there and you're starting to pull. You're pulling at these ropes. You're pulling at this struggle. And as you do, you look into the darkness of this pond, and the weeds around it, you notice, start to form and turn and twist into these tentacles as they start to lash themselves around you, your arms, as if they're trying to pull you further and further into this dark pond. You can feel you can feel that water entering your lungs, and the back of your head you just hear, saved. Been saved. And Esme and Andrew and Ben, you're making your way through this village, and you hear that chanting. You can see those flames, and at that split second you see Summer Shield struggling and crash into this pond, into this water. And he's not coming up very quick.
You're muted.
I run straight for it.
We are almost to the lighthouse.
I don't care. He's drowning. I run straight for it, and if nothing stops me,
they watch you. They watch you run.
I'll dive in.
You roll a swim check for me, please.
I
run
will.
up and cover. If any of them try and interfere in any way, I've got a gun on them.
Okay.
It's just sticking close to Esme. Just like, this is ridiculous.
Hang on. What do you have?
I think do I have an advantage left?
You
Yeah, I do.
And
I
a
do.
nat 20. You dive into this water, and you can see Summer Shield. And Summer Shield, you can see Angela swimming down this pond that to you now looks far too deep than what it really is. You can see almost like you can see this almost outline of Angela and her face, but every time it's like you go to reach up, those tentacles wrap themselves around your wrists, pulling you back down. And Angela, you can see this. You see these huge tentacles coming out of nowhere. And Esme and Ben, these people aren't moving. If anything, they're watching as they chant. And now Angela's not coming back up either.
Don't you think about it.
I
Don't.
holster the gun and in I go.
wait, Esme. Give me the gun, Esme. You don't want to get away.
Absolutely not.
Esme,
I dive in.
make a swim check for me. Ben, you are stood awkwardly by a bunch of cultists.
Ladies.
Esme, swim check, please.
Oh, see, I remember thinking, oh, where should I put all my skills? Oh, let's put them in guns, because, you know, she doesn't need to do track or swimming or... Nyah!
Nobody left their gun on the shore, did they? They're just getting the guns all wet and useless.
You left Ben with a stick. Okay. You both see Summer Shield as you start to sink to the bottom of this pond. You feel these tentacles reach out and grab you as they start to pull you into this darkness. You feel that water taking over as it sort of drags you down.
Can I
And
bite
Ben,
them?
I mean, if you want to bite them, roll brawl.
Okay.
If anyone else wants to bite Cthulhu, please feel free to roll brawl.
I will most certainly. I'm not going to bite Cthulhu, but I will get my hands on those tentacles
Okay.
and
Roll a brawl
pull.
for me, please.
And of course, while this is going down, and I hate to say it, Ben is headed towards the lighthouse.
Esme.
I'm gonna be punching it or something, you know. I'm gonna be trying to follow the tentacle, actually. I want to punch, like, there's got to be a squid at the end, right? So I need to just find
No,
the
you
squid.
can see them coming out of the bottom of the pond. You've hit
Oh, yeah, no.
the bottom of the pond.
Squid
Oh,
witch.
you know, I don't like that.
Squid witch.
Squid witch, yeah, okay.
It's like Squidward, but worse.
I don't know, maybe I'll try and sock it in one of the suckers or something, make it feel bad.
Sock it in the sucker. Okay. I will say that Summer Shield, you feel weak. It's almost like you've been down here for too long. You feel like your eyesight's almost failing you now. It's starting to cloud over. That air is leaving your lungs. Those bubbles are rising up as you start to tip forwards. However, Angela, you just sit there and you start ripping these things off of your arms. You rip them off of Summer Shield. And Esme, you are... I don't know what Esme is doing right now, but do you want to describe it?
I'm
She's
pistol
hitting.
whipping the tentacle, Alice. That's what I'm doing. I'm pistol whipping the tentacle.
Okay, you can pistol whip. And I will say, this means you can both swim up to the surface, and you can take Summer Shield with you.
Yeah, grab him by the scruff of his shirt and just go as fast as I can.
You sort of all push off the bottom and you rise back up the top, the other side of the pond, that coughing and spluttering. Summer Shield, you're probably going to throw up a lot of water, but you're sort of... How are you all reacting as you come out of this pond?
I'm angry, very angry, and like as soon as he can, I feel like he's on his hands and knees and retching up what water's there, but he's also trying to look around for the cultists.
You can see them all still stood there, unmoving, on the other side of this pond. The torch is still lit, and they stand very rigid. I will say, you can see Ben hairtailing it off to the lighthouse in the distance. All three of you can see that.
Can I think I want to make a sleight of hand check
Mhm.
then, and try and take the gun from Angela.
Go for it.
So let's see what happens. It's really low chance this will happen. Yeah, pretty bad failure.
Is Ben about to get shot?
You see,
No.
like, no, the cultist. You see, like, you almost like you feel your energy go from beneath you as you're still trying to catch your breath. As you try and swipe the gun.
Give that to me.
No. Come on.
I stand up, and is there any like splinters of glass, wood?
There's
A big
definitely, there's definitely rocks the other side of the pond. You can also see bits of where the chair and the actual mechanism itself is broken.
Ooh, okay. So yeah, I'm gonna see if I can find a nice piece of wood then, stake-like. And I'm just going to, as quickly as he can, obviously not doing quite well right now, go for the main woman there, and just nothing but rage on his face, and muttering something about "I'll save you."
Are you throwing this or are you attacking?
I'm walking,
Okay.
stumbling.
Could you roll a brawl for me, please?
Yeah. I think I'm out of things to use, so it's just
I think you have.
You have an advantage on a nat 20.
Yeah.
I still we had 2 of those?
2 of each,
Yep.
yeah.
You all had nat 20s.
Okay.
We had a hype train happen last episode, so there's all sorts of goodies.
Okay, then can I roll, and if I screw up, can I choose to use a nat 20? Is that how this works?
Yeah, why not?
Okay, cool. I want to see if I can do it anyway.
It's a 2-shot.
Yeah, so I'm going to use the nat 20.
Describe to me what does it look like as Summershield goes over there. This woman stands sort of as if she's edging towards you as well.
So she does not seem to be trying to guard herself or anything?
She is not guarding herself.
Then he goes for the eye with this like shard of wood, and just falls down with her.
You fall down with her, almost like your full body weight goes, and as you do, you hear a screech, and it's not a human screech.
Yeah, I just keep. I don't care.
Yeah, and as you do, it's almost like you feel beneath you, and as you watch, it's like the body starts to bubble, turn gray, and almost like, you know, that chemical reaction when you had that, and it all just sort of shoots out into like that foam.
Okay.
You see it almost like her body starts to implode and just turn into that, and there's no longer this female figure here anymore. As you and Esme and Angela, you see Summershield lose it, and this figure just sort of move, bubble, sort of, and then the people hooded behind him just watch, and then they turn and start to walk away.
Which direction do they walk in? Towards us?
Towards the village. They don't actually seem that bothered by you.
Angela, let's go.
Then I'm going after the next one. If they don't seem that bothered.
This is different to leaving someone behind.
Esme, yeah. Yes, and I follow.
Yeah, I'll. If you didn't, Esme would start to pull you.
Yeah.
Summershield, are you going after the other ones?
I will continue my grim work until there are no more cultists.
Okay.
If they all explode into foam, I will kill all of them.
Okay. As you follow them, Esme and Angela, you sprint off towards the lighthouse, towards the direction of Ben. And Summershield, you round the corner as they walk, and you come into this what looks like not an alleyway, it's wider than an alleyway, it's a smaller street. And there, with all of their backs to you, is a lineup of about 20 men in uniform. You recognize World War II uniform as it stands there. World War I, sorry. And as you do, almost as if you step into this alleyway, brandishing this thing, they turn. And Ben, as you run, you can hear those footsteps you heard before. Those footsteps that were in sync, that marching. And Summershield, they all turn and they stand to attention. And as you look at them, Their faces are wrong. Their bodies are out of proportion. One of them, you could say, looks like it's been hit by a truck, as if limbs have been dislocated. And they stand, still very much to attention, and look at you. And they seem to wait to see what you do.
Is there a roll I could make to determine whether or not he snaps out of this blind rage, or...
You can make a sanity check.
Okay, yeah, let's do that. Because I genuinely don't really know how he would respond to this. Like, he's kind of over all of it. Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's a bizarre sort of look. Some of their heads hang slightly too far to the side. Some of their limbs are off. You can see shoulders dislocated, bloodied uniforms as they stand there to attention, looking at you. And that is what snaps you out of it. And you will have seen men like this dressed for war. The war was only 6 years ago.
You'll all die in the sequel, and I'll just turn around and just briskly walk away as best he possibly can. But he's going to keep the stabby thing.
As you turn to walk away, you hear that stand to attention, that as they all turn. And you hear a voice. Attention! As it happens. And then they all start to charge and run after you as you head away from this alleyway.
Yeah. All right. I'm going to head back towards the way that I saw Esme and Angela go. I'm assuming they're all heading towards the lighthouse, but...
Yep. You can see Esme and Angela. Ben is a bit further forward. Angela and Esme, you can hear these almost clattering of rubble and things like that being torn apart. As you look back, you see Summershield running and almost being these, at first, what look like humanoid creatures. They start running, and then you see them start to run on all fours. They throw themselves from building to building. They are crawling the walls, they are crawling the roofs as they are chasing you all towards the lighthouse.
Can I desperately make an arms tech check to try and dry out one bullet?
Oh gosh, yeah.
I mean, they all would have been dry if they'd had it. No, I'm just kidding.
Extreme
Maybe more than one
success.
bullet? Extreme success? Maybe more than one?
Yes, extreme success. I'll give you 5.
Okay, great. I'm not going to bother putting them in any of the casings or anything, though, because they'll be wet. I'm just going to put it straight in the chamber.
Okay.
Pocket the rest.
Missy, what are you doing? Let's run!
Yes.
Run!
Yes.
Hearing the footsteps, can I go double time towards this lighthouse?
Oh, you're further ahead anyway. You can hear that, and as you have that brief look back, as that light from the lighthouse passes over, you see these people crawling up the walls, crawling sort of close, almost like cantering like an animal after Summershield.
I'm hitting it double time. You know what? He's actually going to carry his cane this time. He's not like this.
After I've run like 10-20 yards, can I like pivot around onto my knees and shoot any that are close to Raphael?
Roll fire for me.
Oh!
This gunfire goes off, and Summershield, you sort of duck as this bullet comes whizzing past, and you can see Esme firing in your general direction, but you can tell not aiming for you.
Hey!
Gosh, it must still be there.
Angela, what are you doing?
Angela is just focused, one track mind on get to the lighthouse as fast as possible. Secondary is the only person here she trusts so far is Esme, and to maybe keep an eye on her for not getting killed, but really...
I mean, I will say that Esme can technically walk backwards whilst firing if you're watching her, so there won't be...
Because I've only got one in the chamber, I'd pivot onto my knees, take a shot, and then turn and run again while I reload.
Okay. In that case, then, each time Esme stops to reload, I'll take a hesitant pause and aim, but also, like, kind of walking back. I'm trying to get to Lighthouse as fast as possible.
Okay. Have a look. Summer Shield, I need you to make a dodge for me, please.
Okay, yeah. It's still worth it. Where is
Still have
dodge?
advantage.
Dodge is under art and craft skills.
Why is it under
I don't know. I'm just looking at it on my
Okay.
right. Those arts and crafts going.
No, when you draw, you have to like tumble away from your art.
I don't know. Sounds dodgy to me.
Summer Shield is it, and I will say that Esme and Angela can see this because they stop back and look back. Summer Shield, you sort of turn for a moment and you see from one of the roofs this man in uniform, effectively. This soldier throws himself off the roof and lands straight on your chest, almost knocking the wind out of you, knocking you to the floor. I will say you still have that wooden stake in your hand, so I will let you take an action on that.
Yeah, I'm gonna stab him.
And this thing is like trying to claw at you. This face, like the jaw itself, is stretching. It's not a full thing. Yeah, you managed to prevent him from getting you from that, but he is scrabbling all over you. He's trying to tear at you, and you can see more and more flooding from the buildings.
On my next stop and turn, can I use my nat 20 to cap that one, please?
Yeah, and you do. Summer Shield, you sort of, there's that moment. In fact, Esme, describe to me how it looks. How you make it look like a
exactly
badass.
the same thing. She just like stops, turns onto one knee, and just takes the one shot and thanks the heavens that her gun is finally dry, and then run and keeps running.
And Summer Shield, you're there, and you can see this like face coming right close to yours. And then there's just this wetness as an explosion hits and the body goes limp and falls off to the side.
Yeah. And I'm gonna keep going, yeah.
Okay. Ben, you're running across the rocks. You can see the door to the lighthouse as the light goes round and round as it circles. It's just a small red door.
Almost
on the
there.
lighthouse. Okay.
Yeah, I'm just gonna book it.
I now need hang on, Esme and Angela. Are you now booking it again? Are you running again now?
Yes, 100%.
I'll still be turning to make sure that Raphael's okay, and if Raphael ain't okay, then I'll be taking more shots.
Okay. Summer Shield, I'll say after that, you can push the body off and you can definitely get up and run, and you can almost catch up with Esme and Angela. You're just behind them. And all three of you sprint. You can see Ben by the door. Ben, are you opening the door and just throwing it open and going in?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
You throw the door open, and the rest of you watch Ben disappear into this lighthouse. Esme, Summer Shield, and Angela, you are running down this pathway along the rocks, along that sort of that sea path. The waves are crashing either side of you. You get that salty sort of water spray as you pass. And these creatures are filing in, almost like a swarm, as they all start galloping. Their arms are moving faster than their legs. And you can see you're going to be overrun soon, but you do get to the door. I will say, however, there is one that throws itself at the last minute towards you three in the door.
God damn it, what did you bring in here?
Have I still got 3 bullets left by my count?
Yes, you do.
Well, let's fire another one off.
Roll for me. Describe to me what it looks like as you kill this creature.
Just as it's leaping, I'm just gonna cap it in the head, so it just falls clumsily, ragdoll.
Yeah, you sort of like, you get it whilst it's midair and it sort of flings back and knocks a couple as they go. And you all run to that door. Ben is at the entrance.
That was cool, Esme.
Thank you, I say, like getting another bullet.
Yeah.
Okay. You're all heading into the lighthouse. You haven't closed the door yet. They're coming.
I'm gonna close the door and put my cane in the handle to lock that nasty.
Okay. You do so.
Wait until we're all through, right?
Yay.
Ben was really considering locking y'all out.
Okay. We had to clarify for reasons.
Stand in the lighthouse.
Angela, thank you. Esme, especially you. I'm sorry.
What were you thinking?
I was drowning.
No, you weren't. No, you weren't. You were stabbing things with sticks. They're two very different things.
Yeah, well, they told me something about I was a witch and gonna die and all this. It doesn't, you know what? It doesn't matter. You know, if you were in my position, you probably would have done the same thing. So don't start judging me. Did you drop into a bunch of water and have a squid witch try and eat you? No, you didn't.
Thank you for opening up the door for us, Ben. Oh, no
I'm gonna
problem,
punch
really.
Ben. As soon as he starts talking, I'm gonna swirl and sock him.
I mean, that's you won't take damage, Ben. That's a free action.
I'm gonna turn to Angela. See? Raphael kept thinking about witches, and he sees witches.
You didn't see all of the things? You didn't
Right.
see the cultist explode when I
did.
stabbed them?
I did.
We saw cultists. We saw those people in their robes, but I saw something different earlier.
Well, you saw.
And-
Oh, sorry.
No, it's. I do think Esme might be right. We're seeing different things. Esme even thought, this is military. I feel. I don't know what I feel.
Well, this one thinks about
Magic.
witches. He saw witches and magic. You what? You saw
Me.
you, and Esme saw your writing. So what are you? Is Esme thinking about your writing and you thinking about yourself? And who was thinking about spiders? None of this makes sense. It's all madness.
It is. I try to get a message to Raph, and instead it just appears everywhere, tormenting Esme. We can't trust anything that we individually see.
Magic.
There's no such thing as magic.
Okay, you explain the dead soldiers out there. You explain the cultist. You explain the spider monster. You explain her seeing her own face, her seeing her writing, and, me just disappearing. What happened? Where were you guys?
Where did you go?
On a chair, apparently.
We were
We just
looking
heard
for
of her.
you.
Oh, well. Magic. All I'm saying.
Okay, let's. We're in the lighthouse, right? Is there a cellar or something? Is there a way to the sea from here? Let's light the signal at least. Let's do something. Let's try and get help.
Why don't we? What if we smash it?
You want to take away the main source of light that we have.
The drawing on the wall depicted 4. How many cultists were there?
Lots by my count.
A good count.
The drawing on the wall depicted 4 people by the lighthouse. There's 4 of us. I thought it might be a signal or something. I don't know. The lighthouse, they told us to come here right from the beginning. And we have. And I'm wondering if maybe the only thing to do here is to wreck it. Because otherwise I feel like we've just walked in to whatever they wanted us to. So
That's true. He told us at the very first thing he said at the meeting. He dressed it up with all the other sites first, and then said, "You should visit the lighthouse."
So maybe we wreck it instead.
Well, let's not lead with destroying, because you can't undo destroying. Let's look around first. There is, and he looks at Raphael. There is no such thing as magic. There is no such thing as monsters. This is technology and tricks. Let's look around and see. Perhaps we can find the controls for these.
Midway through his there is no magic speech, I'm gonna start walking up. Is there a stairwell leading upwards?
You have entered a room where there is only the door you came in and a huge spiral staircase that goes up.
Yeah, I start going up the stairwell then.
I'll follow.
Wait, Angela, pass me your bullets.
And perhaps someone could pass me a gun, since I'm the only reasonable one left.
I passed my bullets to Esme. I passed my empty gun to Ben. Sure.
Esme looks a little betrayed. Can I try and clean up some bullets again?
Yes.
You mind passing me a couple of those bullets, Esme?
Extreme success.
Yep. I'll say you get another 5.
I'll swap you. I pass you my pistol.
Takes the pistol.
That's just a service gun. I'd rather keep hold of her.
Alright, how many bullets are in this thing?
You're gonna need to load from the chamber.
Right, I know that. He does not know that. Right, load from the chamber, I understood. How many bullets are in the...
I pass you 2 bullets.
Thank you. He just has the bullets. Could you perhaps...
You just pull back, slot a bullet in, and let it go.
Of course. Just pull back. Pull back.
Oh, I just snatched the gun back off you and put it in my holster.
No, I just
You
needed
do
you to
not
do
know
that.
how to use it. No.
You pull the trigger. That's the only part I need
That
to know.
is
Ben.
not the only part.
Ben, there's not time. Okay?
Summer Shield, can you make a listen check for me, please? Because you're not in the conversation.
I'm sorry, what check again?
A listen check.
Ah, listen, thank you. No, it's got to be in here somewhere. Ah, yes. Nope.
Okay. Then you keep walking up the stairs.
That's not great.
Nah, I got my stick though, right?
Yeah, you got your stick.
Yeah, it's magic.
To be
now.
fair, is more than Ben has, right?
He's so sad. He had his glory and he lost it.
So, are the rest of you walking up?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. You start to walk up the steps. And for a while it's silent. You can't hear the waves. You can't hear any of the creatures outside. You hear nothing but your own footsteps and your heart pumping in your chest as you walk up. And there's a moment as you walk silently. you can hear footsteps. Just one set. And it sounds like heels. And then somewhere, almost like overhead, you hear an air raid siren. A sound you will have all known too well. And Angela, you're taken back to that phone call, that sound you heard on the phone that gave you those shivers, but you couldn't quite put your finger on what it was. It had been like you blocked it out. The air raid sirens go off. The sign that the bombs are dropping.
We should go
As you
back
walk
down.
up these stairs.
Go.
Down, 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 down.
Go the other way.
And as you start to head downstairs,
No.
those heels go again.
Yeah, Ben's gonna stay up there.
Ben and Summershield, you stay. Esme and Andrew start to turn back. And as you round the corner, Summershield, because I think you're in front, there is a woman at the top of the stairs. She smiles at you. Neat, blonde hair pulled back into a high bun. Smart suit. Pencil skirt. White blouse. She stands there with her hands clasped in front of her. Good evening, gentlemen.
And you are...
My name is Mrs. Carraway. Jennifer, to be exact. It is a delight to meet you, Mr. Summershield. And you, Mr. Anderson. Ladies, you'll find the route up here far more to your liking.
So you're some sort of lighthouse witch?
She smiles. I'm not a witch.
Told you there's no such thing as magic.
I will push you down the stairs.
Please, gentlemen, there is no need for that.
Angela, do we head up?
So, are you the one playing these games and tricks on us?
Yeah, I mean, you're standing in the way. I'm going to go destroy the light or something, unless you can give me a reason not to.
You may destroy the light if you wish. That is up to you.
Okay. The reason, I mean, you being so nonchalant about it makes me think that maybe that's not important, so...
And she steps aside for you to walk past if you wish.
I do. I walk past. And then sort of... what do I see when I'm up there?
You, first of all, you head up to the first level, and then you can see it like a ladder that goes up to where the huge glassed light is. But as you get to that platform level, there are two figures standing there. As they look at you it's strange because you haven't seen this sort of material really ever used a lot. In plastic, in suits. And they stand there, silent. You can see where they've been breathing, it's almost fogged up, so you can see their faces through it, but it's not like heavy definition. These yellow suits.
More of your friends?
Colleagues, yes.
Great.
If you wish
Tell
to
Ben
destroy
magic's
the
real.
light,
That's what I want
she-
you to do.
she looks at you for a moment and then turns her head back to Angela and Esme. Will you be joining us?
Do I see and recognize the suits?
Roll a history check for me. No.
Actually, can I use 17 luck?
Yes. You look at this suit, you think you recognize it, you can't quite put a name to it, but this is government.
I would like to walk up to her.
Hello, Angela. And she holds her hand out.
I'm gonna reach my hand out towards her face.
She looks slightly confused, but lets you.
What was it? The voice.
What voice?
It wasn't you then.
And she does genuinely look slightly confused. I do believe this is the first time we've met. I'm afraid I haven't had a chance to speak to you over the phone yet.
I'm going to step back against the farthest point of the wall.
You played your tricks well. I'll give you that. I will be suing all of you, by the way.
Whatever you wish, Mr. Anderson.
So what do you want?
And why are you here? And why everything?
I'm here to take you to the next stage. And she walks past the two men in the plastic suits and opens a door, which is a bright white light, almost as bright as this lighthouse. And you hear birds.
What if we don't?
Then you may stay here. It is fully up to you.
Yeah, and get eaten by soldiers?
Again, looks mildly confused. I try to stay away from out there.
So you live here?
I don't live here, no. I live there. And she looks towards the door.
Well, the door leads us back to the mainland. I would very much like to get home so I can start my case.
She looks at you and nods. And these two men in these suits start running these strange beepers up and down you. They don't touch you or anything, they just go around you.
Get away from me. Get. Shoot. Very well then. And he starts to head towards the door.
Okay. As you head towards the door, it's like you feel sunlight on your face, that warmth. And you step through. What's everyone else doing?
What is it? And I point towards the door.
It's life, Angela. You do not have to go. You don't have to go now. I can come back. The doors are pretty reinforced here. They shouldn't get in.
Life. Did something happen to me? To us?
Nothing at all. You are one of the best humans out there.
Then why poison us?
Poison you?
Yes, poison us. We blacked out. I saw my own dead face.
For your safety, you were put under because your minds may not have been able to comprehend what came next.
Well, I have to tell you, it didn't help in any way. I still don't comprehend.
This is supposed to be a vacation.
I'm not too sure I understand you clearly.
This is supposed to be a vacation. I'm supposed to be learning how to relax.
You may need to relax another time. As you can see, this does not feel like an appropriate location, destination. You understand what's going on, don't you?
I think it's very clear that we don't.
Yes.
We're in the middle of a war.
No.
She looks down for a moment as she's reading the numbers that are coming up on these machines that these two people hand to her. You may come with me, where I will explain more. Or you are very welcome to stay here. And we can always come back another time and see if you are ready.
Do they have paper over there?
Yes, we have paper.
And pencils?
We have pencils, we have pens.
And something to eat?
Yes, sir, we have something to eat.
How about a bed?
We have beds, we have clean clothes, we have
Fantastic.
baths.
As she's rambling, he just...
Step through the door.
Esme?
I'm worried this is a trap.
I'm sure it is. But I don't want to stay here.
Could try and make a break back to the mainland.
How likely do you think that is?
She does maths for a second. A 48% chance.
48, huh? Well, it's not so bad. Do we get to come back?
If you so wish it.
All right. Where's Ben? Did Ben go through?
Ben was the first to
Ben
walk
went
through, and you've seen Summershield walk through as well.
All right. Esme, I'm not gonna leave in either direction if alone. So
Which way do you want to go?
why would you ask me that? I don't know. I'm pretty sure I saw my own dead face back there. I don't want to stay here.
If you want to go forwards through, I'll go with you.
I guess you were right. Sort of. Okay.
I don't think we're done yet.
And Jennifer looks to both of you, hands clasped. What would it be, ladies?
I'm gonna reach for Esme's hand
Let you take it.
and kind of like do that thing where I scoop my arm so that we're tight together. And take a breath and just walk through.
Okay. You both step through. Jennifer smiles and closes the door behind you as she steps through with you. There's that warm light. And the year is 1915. Bombs dropped on Winter Island. At the time when people were trying to make the most of what was going on and what was here, Winter Island was thought to be safe. Who would want to attack there? A hotel of luxury was destroyed, along with everyone in it, but 4 bodies were never found. And as you all step into that warmth, you hear Jennifer's voice. Congratulations. You were selected. Welcome to the new world. That is where we will leave this. 1 shot, 2 shot.
So good.
What?
Oh, I'm a little disappointed Ben didn't die.
Me too.
Guys, I promise I'm not Ben. I'm actually a really cool dude. Please don't hate me.
I think if we'd have left Ben with that gun, maybe Ben might have died before the end.
Yeah,
Probably.
that's a very real possibility.
Well, wow.
Oh,
Yeah.
shit. I'm gonna have nightmares about this.
Okay, everyone.
Round
So
of applause.
yes, indeed. Thank you. So,
Yes.
Alice, our keeper. Before we go around and say goodbye to everyone, we're gonna pop off our links and our sponsors. We're gonna be going on a raid, so stay seated, folks. We're gonna go on a raid because we like to raid hard. We like to raid well. We're gonna take the hype to someone. Let's go and start a hype train or something in someone's chat. Make their day. Check out our social links there. Check out my sponsors, Hero Forge. You can get minis. Check out the Deck of Many Things. You saw some of those cards today. We didn't draw Moon though, did we? No. Also check out Mage Hand Press for all of your D&D expansions. You can find all of their PDFs currently have 25% discount, so check that out. For once, don't use my code, use their special discount. And our new sponsor, Dungeon Fog. Go and check out them. They make wonderful map things. It's a map making utensil that you can port into Roll20 and all your other things. It's super fun. Go and check it out. Let's go around and wrap up with everyone. Tell us who you are, where we can find you online, and all of the wonderful things that you do. Plug. We'll go the opposite way around and start with Snickle Socks.
Hi, Snicklesocks, at Snicklesocks everywhere. Even have a website now, snicklesocks.com. Again, branding. So you can find my stuff there. I've got a Patreon. It's patreon.com/snicklesocks, where it just helps me to make a bunch of. I've been releasing a ton of weird monster sheets recently, and those seem to do well. Some Pokemon, some Digimon. Like I said, the Kool-Aid Man, Chester Cheetah just did that one recently because I can and no one can stop me. So if you go over there, do that, that'll be great. Thanks.
Fantastic. And hey, we got a little bit of time. What was your favorite part?
I'm sorry, one more time?
Sorry.
Favorite part?
Favorite part. I spoke at the speed of
favorite
light
part.
there, sorry.
Oh my god. There was so many parts in here that were just wonderful. I really liked having a moment of allowing Summer Shield to like panic and kind of talk about like, hey, I'm not a bad guy, I'm not a bad person, and having that sort of freak out moment was great. I'm glad that he didn't just die in a swarm of soldiers after sort of losing it for a little bit. Yeah, I don't know. It was cathartic to stab the cultist in the eyeball.
Okay, we won't ask too many questions about that.
You almost drown and then tell me what you do.
Sure. Next around the screen, we'll go to Super Dylan. Oh, hi.
Oh, hi. I'm Super Dylan. I'm Diana. I'm everywhere is Super Dylan. I am writing the Neverland D&D 5th edition, and we're playtesting tomorrow on Welcome Party RPG, which you can check out. Follow me on Twitter and you'll get updates and stuff, and Patreon if you want to support it. And that'll be released soon. And otherwise, I just make funny jokes and videos and I goof around and stuff online.
Perfect. Well, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Oh, and your favorite part?
And my favorite part, I think, really was the room in the town, the entire scenario with the drawing on the wall and the writing repeating itself on the table and everywhere. And it was like what I anticipated, but so much different. Like it was like whatever inkling I had of what might have happened just kind of took it to a whole other place. And That was really great.
Yeah. Yeah. Thank you. Next round we have Noir Enigma. Noir.
Hello, so I am Noir Enigma everywhere. Noir Enigma 1 on Twitch because I can't remember my password. In about an hour, you can catch me on Chromatic Chimera. We'll be hunting booty as pirates, so that's fun. On Sunday, we play a Lancer game. So if you want to see me in a big mech where I always lose, come check me out there at around 5. On Wednesdays, you can catch me over at Joshua Barbeau's channel with my peoples in the Company of the Grey Wolf game. Love it, love it, love it. Also, because I always feel mention this, and I really should. I've got a show coming out actually much sooner now, called Dr. D&D, where we're gonna answer your questions in game or in character. So you call in as your character, we answer your character's questions in character. It's gonna be a whole thing.
I love that.
Also, and also I do music. The Dr. D&D is gonna be on Encounter Roleplay. So just
Oh, good to know.
Cool.
keep an eye on that. Yep, that's where it's going down. And guests are going to get messages from me pretty soon, or people that we hope will join us. So and
Fantastic.
as for favorite part, I'm going to cop out because I am chicken shit like that. I just really loved the party dynamic.
That counts. Yeah.
It was like Esme and Ash were like latched on, and they were the competent group throughout. and then the incompetent pairing, like they got together, and it was a clusterfuck, but it worked somehow, and I loved it.
Indeed.
Like if anything went well, it was Scrat or Diana that did it.
Oh shit! Yeah, actually, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. Huh?
Hey, I
Unless it
kicked
was
that
stabbing.
tricycle for you.
That is
Yeah.
true.
Yeah.
Did.
Clutch.
My favorite part. Tricky one. You know, I loved being a badass in this. You don't often get to be a badass in Cthulhu, and Esme was goals. That was fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. Alice.
Oh, hi. I'm Alice. I'm also White Rabbit Pick on Twitter. I'm the other half of the Academy. So I play over here, I DM over here. I'm soon to be DMing on 3 other channels, I think, that will be coming out soon, which I'm super excited about. Also, I have a Patreon. Look, I remembered, because I do photography stuff as well. So please head over there and check out all of that. Fun. I'm currently trying to create, as I livy to work in this room, trying to create a tiny little studio, which is about 1 meter wide, whilst I'm in this. Otherwise, my favorite bit, 1, yes, party dynamic. 2, Ben just runs. The image of Ben stood on the edge of the pond with the bunch of cultists going like, what up? As the others have all done this heroic thing,
That's
dive
true.
in.
Yeah.
And again, the imagery of, I'm so glad you rolled a sanity check to run away from the soldiers, and that it was an extreme success. Because I was like, I don't want to have to kill him because I don't know how to get around this yet. Like,
This is how he dies.
Yeah, but the whole dynamic of, like, you know, the 2 like badasses, and then the 2 that are like, we must survive this. Why are we not running? Like that sort of thing. I love it all. So
The drowning scene was so good. I just wanted to talk about food.
yeah.
Oh, it's fun.
Yeah.
Oh, I love it. But yeah, thank you. It was so good.
Oh, my expert's frozen. Oh well, we'll see what happens there. As I said, everything's breaking today, but hey, we're here. Wow, that's really broken. Okay, so we are gonna go on a raid, everyone. Join us with our. Oh, there we go. Let's get our raid cry up here. We're gonna have the raid cry. I need to move some stuff so I can actually see it. Oh wow. There we go.
Raid cry be what up, cultists?
What up, cultists?
No, it's gonna be let's start a hype train because that is the goal. It's go and spread some love in a big way to someone. Okay. There is your raid cry, everyone. Copy it to your clipboards. Let's go. Until next time, keep on evoking emotions. Watch these credits if you want to find all this music that was used today and all the other things. Go and do that. I'll see you later on. Bye. Bye. Keep on evoking emotions.
Bye.